What's up, y'all? I'm your host with the most, so have a toast. Leader Johnson, my man. And we are here on Follow Your Sports on the Hardcore Sports Network. I'm here to talk of a special little listen, let's get off. We got what's up to Real Mama Eagle. All right, we gonna get this right, man. We're gonna get this right. Shout out to Real Mama Eagle. Follow her on Twitter. Gonna get it all right. Give me a minute. It's a subject talking about, is this the best team Embiid has ever played on? Is this the best? Her name is KEI, Real Mama Eagle. Follow Real Mama Eagle. We were going to get on to this, man. It's a lot that went down. She was like, this the best starting five. She said, this ain't the best team. So that's a little. Listen, it's not a crazy thing, but it's like, y'all serious? The proof is there. You don't even gotta go far. You ain't gotta go far. The truth is there. So we're gonna get to this, man, when we get back. We're gonna get back on this, and we're gonna talk about this big, and we're gonna talk about the Sixers and where they are for the future and what it looks like. See what I'm saying? Y'all don't think it's the best team? Here on Follow Leader.
If I ain't doing the right thing, then what's doing the right thing? Wheel in the left cushion, the right pain. Only know one posture. A brick ice stain, sweat pouring out my glands. Fuck grams, I need cream. I done blacked out somebody trying to kill me, man. Fighting through this battlefield as ill as I am. Can't go like this. Is this really happening, fam? Now I'm feeling crazy cause I wasn't even fucked up. Seem as if bad luck coming my way, well at least it's luck. Stacking dollars one at a time, at least it's a buck. If Christ ain't in front of me, then at least it's a book. Smoke weed, hit weights like took. If you ain't strong, you might end up a crook. Weak man with a pistol, strong arm crook. Seasoning the game just right, it's almost time to cook. Where my food at?
All these niggas trying to get my stride, trying to tell me how to live my life, but they don't know the consequences when you play that game. Little homie, you can lose your life, but they don't know. I lead and they follow. They follow my lead. I lead and they follow. They listen to me.
We are back, and I just want to really talk about this because it's a big thing. It's a great team the Philadelphia 76ers have, and it's big because in the years Embiid just had some good teams. He's had Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris. Remember, they kind of almost started it, but it started when they started to branch off and just be like, we're not just going to draft people, we're going to start getting people. And they got Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris, JJ Redick. That was a good, starting group, and I feel like that was a good group. But then you had came in with Harden. They tried to get Harden. That was Daryl Morey's boy. Definitely one of those guys who you feel like. I mean, you felt like it was going when Harden came. It was even bigger than the Jimmy Butler thing because we really needed that to really happen. The Sixers needed that to happen, man. They needed that to happen. But it didn't happen. Now, before that, it was the process. The process, and I'm going to tell you how the process really didn't start with Joel Embiid. It started in 2013 with Nerlens Noel. I think that was it. 2013 was the draft. If I'm going off the head because, I'm a draft watcher. I'm trying to get the years right. Nerlens Noel was like number one high school recruit coming out of Kentucky, another one of them guys. And when you're looking at that squad, and I'm talking about looking to start. Really, it was before then. Really, if you're talking for real, I don't know if it's before or after. Let me get it right. Michael Carter Williams and Nerlens Noel were the two guys when things started. Michael Carter Williams had a triple-double his first game. That's how that went. That's how that. kind of started with the process. Then here came at 2014. 2014 was a good draft. We had Julius Randle, had Dante Exum, who was supposed to be the ultimate bust to me. I just thought he was going to be real good. 6'6", international guy. I was really on his hype, man. His tape looked good. He looked like a player that do something. He did. Um, then you talk about 2014 had a real good draft. Had Dario Saric, a real good draft, good draft class. Andrew Wiggins, Jabari Parker. It was Marcus Smart. A lot of them guys came out of that draft. In 2015, it's kind of crazy because in between these years, let me get them right. Jahlil Okafor came. First it was Embiid. Embiid was out like 2 years. Here comes Jahlil Okafor. They draft Jahlil Okafor. And then you get Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons was like the baby LeBron had me. That was another hype train. Markel came, man. He was so good out of high school and playing against international play. He was really that guy, and I don't know what happened. That's the biggest disappearing act I ever saw, man. But we're back to this team, right? You have Maxey, you have Edgecombe. Also, because I feel like it. Follow that guy, yeah, because I feel like a podcast. Follow that guy. It's another guy I'm gonna talk about who kind of got the whole spark, Real Mama Eagle, and because I feel like it, they jumped in the opinion the debate chair, and I love that intelligent sports people. So I'm all with it, man. So we talking, and then okay, you got Maxi, you got Edgecombe. Edgecombe, the crazy, long story short, it just ended up getting Edgecombe. Like, that was crazy chess move right there. You can say what you want, but I'm like, man, how did that happen? They didn't even have a pick because of where they was at. And I guess they looked into the season and just said, we just going to sit all y'all down and just take this off. We ain't going to try hard. It was a smart move, and they get VJ. This guy's a star. How can you draft better? First, it was the Ace Bailey. He was all in the hole, and he's going to be a star. He started to kick up him now, but I think for this team, VJ's better. He's a better defender, man. He's just such a tenacious defender, and he can rise above the rim. He can pass the ball. This dude's good, man. I mean, we got to keep it 1,000% real, man. I mean, this guy is this close from being a superstar. You can call him that now because as a rookie, if you impact a certain way, you're a superstar at least for a year. We're gonna see where you go, but this man. To feel that he can get better is crazy. All right, so Paul George, his whole year starts over. Even after the 80-game suspension, he gets better. He just been dog. Everybody talking about, the best game. What you talking about in the playoffs? Paul George has been a two-way monster since he's been back, better than he even been before he had the suspension. All right. Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre was a former one and done out of Kansas. Telling you how many one and dones is here. Maxey out of Kentucky, VJ, Joel Embiid out of Kansas. Also, all of them. Paul George wasn't the one and done. He's a certified Hall of Famer right now. He's probably the most certified Hall of Famer on there. You know what I'm saying? So, just letting you know, man, this is how things are. But anyway, we got Kelly Oubre, who Kelly Oubre came to Philadelphia. Kelly Oubre Jr., before he came to the Sixers, he was scoring 19 a game at Charlotte. It wasn't like this is something new. This is he had just started to touch his, because when he first came to the league, he didn't hit like that yet. You saw the talent was there, but he hadn't hit that yet. And he's there. He's the reason he should have been one and done. He's here. He's playing the four, and he can shoot. He can stretch forward. He can stretch forward. They can two-way, 3 and D, 3 and D, 4 and D. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. It's good to have all those guys can defend on their five. And so you're talking about the best starting five. Real Mama Eagle is right. That is the best starting five. And we want to talk about bench. All right, let's get into this. We're going to get into more because I always got something for y'all news. We got a couple of things to go through. First off, the guy. Now, this is all about something. This is how you know it's war. Philadelphia 76ers. It's war. This is Philly and New York. Anything, it could be baseball. I told you, it could be football. It could be the Giants. It's Philly against New York. Tri-state, two biggest markets in the East Coast, to two biggest markets in the East Coast. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and New York. Philadelphia and New York. Either way you want to put it. And Philadelphia is the tide that rides. Philly and New York are always competing each other, whether it's friendly or deadly. I'm just keeping it real. Okay, so he said, if you need money, I got you. This is all about not selling no Knicks fans no tickets. This is real. This is real. This isn't like this is really. He said this. He like, you need money, I got you. He talking to Philly like, yo, don't sell no Knicks fans no tickets. You see them coming through there, and we cutting it down. That's crazy right there. That's crazy, man. You know what? That's a little bit like that's how you think you be like, yo, he from Philly, man. Or then it got to him. He was the perfect star for Philly. Look, he put the glasses on before the game, and he came through with the 32-point, 12 rebound, 34-point, 12. He just ready for the light. I ain't never seen him like this in the playoffs, man. We done had wins with Ben Simmons. We done had wins with James Harden. We done had wins with all the trades, and just didn't go as far as we're supposed to go. But the way this team is different. It's a different team. All right, so we're gonna keep going. One thing I want to go to, VJ Edgecombe, man. 76ers are the first 7 seed in the East to defeat a number 2 seed since the first round expanded to best of 7 in 2003. I remember that first round used to be best of 5. It used to be 5 games. You can go to 5 games and 3 games and 2. Then they went to 7. They are also the 14th team in NBA history to overcome a 3-1 deficit to win a series. Something special going on. It just seemed like it, where I want to go with. VJ has been big time, man. Here we go. We talking about looking at the matchup to what's going on. Look, these are teams that's left. Anthony Edwards and the Wolves is left. That's interesting, right? Interesting. It's a good. I just feel like I didn't think Dillingham was going to go nowhere. How good can this team get? They need a couple of more pieces to be. They need one more big time guy that can. If Guinness go to Minnesota, that's crazy. Wemby and the Spurs, they left. Wemby and the Spurs. That's a very on paper, man. They look good. They still got Dylan like in the cut. Like we forget that Dylan Harper's on this team. He ain't even hit his nowhere near his peak. He just smelling his shoe. Like LeBron James is still in the playoffs, but y'all better acting like this man can still come through and give the Lakers a title. And then OKC to me was the repeat at the beginning of the season. I was like OKC, but they've shown a little bit. They've had some lapses. We'll just see how this goes. It's interesting, real interesting. Cade Cunningham, man. Remember when he was number 1 prospect? And I remember a guy on Twitter was like, "Man, yo, he hit me up in the DM, man. Look who's the superstar now. Cade Cunningham, look, you was talking about Jalen Green." I mean, yeah, Jalen ain't did what I thought he was. That's real. I mean, but that's my guy, man. The Greens, shout out to Marcus Green, all them Bree, Christy, their whole family, man. That's all on him. I mean, I still believe he can be there right now. He can just push up a button. He just gotta want it. And people are treating him like he ain't their pick no more. They'll do that quick now in this generation. He should be starting somewhere and getting his rocks off. Cade Cunningham, he's there. He's at that point. He's a bigger star than Jalen Green, no question. The Cavs with James Harden is going to be interesting. And then you got the Jalen Brunson and the Sixers. That's crazy. Cleveland, you got Donovan Mitchell. Jalen Durham, my boy from Roman Catholic, he doing this thing. From Philly. He's one of the top 3. He's number 1 on some boards in the country when he came out of high school. But it's going to be something to see, man. Who do I think? I just think it's going to be OKC and Philly. I just nope. Until somebody be OKC, I don't know who to pick. But like I said, it ain't like they just a unanimous pick because, man, they ain't even look like the OKC team. They look kind of down, and even SGA, still an MVP candidate, could be MVP this year, but he just ain't the same player he was last year. Last year was a different monster from Mars. Um, no question, right here. Joel Embiid, the message I was telling y'all. I have a message for our fans. Last time we played the Knicks, it felt like Philly was Madison Square Garden East. We're gonna need the support. Don't sell your tickets. This is bigger than you. If you need money, I got you. I ain't never heard those. I ain't saying this ain't never happened. I ain't never heard nothing like this. That's my first time hearing about a superstar coming out saying, "Hey, it's time to turn up." He getting the city up and live. I think MB mentality is on a different page. And let me tell you something. We're about to go to this talking about the team, talking about how deep the teams is. We're gonna go to this, man, because it's a little. I don't see how anybody don't think that, but we're gonna go to that. Joel Embiid, man, 10 seasons, 7-time All Star, 2-time scoring champion, 5-time All NBA, 3-time All Defensive Team, 2023 MVP, 2024 gold medal, career average 28, 11, and 29, 31 playoff record. If he retired today, would he be a Hall of Famer? Check this out. Whoa. Just looking at this, if you don't think that's a Hall of Fame resume, you don't even see them play. You're that's a special brain right there. You need to get that checked out. If just anybody looking at this right now, just look at the resume and you say, should I put him in the Hall of Fame? One thing you don't see is a ring. That don't mean nothing. It's Hall of Fame. And then you have man, this is crazy. We gotta start this off like this. Okay. And before we get to that, think about this duo, Tyrese Maxey. Because I said this last probably the sports. I knew it was some type of record or something like that. Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid are the third duo in NBA history to each have 25 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists in a game. We're talking about plus right now. If y'all looking at that, y'all like, no, he didn't have that. He had 30. No, it's saying 25 plus. Both of them had 30 points. Both of them had 10 plus rebounds. Both of them had 5 plus assists. You know, five. That's what they mean by that when they say that. Whoever did that, ESPN Insights, man, you're gonna make people go crazy. I looking at the bench, right? And I was like, man, shout out to Real Mama Eagle. This is a good subject. This is a good subject because I put best all around team. He has Trenton Wofford, Barlow, Dominic Barlow, Jabari Walker, Quentin Grimes, Aiden Boner, Andre Drummond, and Justin Edwards, Lowry Martin. And I just end up putting Lowry Martin in because I was like, should I put them out there? But you thinking them boys, let me tell y'all something, man. And I'm also say something else, because I feel like the podcast was something, man. It's my guy, man. Cool guy, smart guy. So he said, so in your opinion, when I said that, what happens in the non-MB minutes when he's taking a rest? So that means, and I said something, and he said, so that means they should be able to at least break even or maintain a lead consistently when the starters go to the bench. They do not. Okay. I just needed to. That's cool. My guy. My guy. Okay, we gonna I don't watching. Hold on, wait. Let me get back to y'all. I don't know what you've been watching, man, but to start the season, this team didn't even have Embiid or Paul George. So who was helping them? Who was helping the Sixers win these games? Oh, you going back? What you saying? Oh no, wait. No, I'm talking about when the starters go rest and they are healthy and people come in. Who do you think is helping them come back when they're down? Sometimes the starters, they're down. And who do you think helps them come back? Who's maintaining these leads then? It's just the starters? You're saying when the starters go sit, when the bench goes in there, they are losing the lead. That's what's happening consistently? I mean, it's been happening a couple of games. I'm gonna put it like this: it hasn't happened to the point where Sixers, for one, they're not going to put their whole bench in there. They're going to put bench players. But that counts. You put bench players in there. So you sit Maxey and you bring in Grimes and you have VJ. VJ sometimes runs the point. He holds the ball. Then you got Barlow coming in for Oubre sometime. All right, that bench could have Grimes and Barlow, and say they want to throw Drummond in there. That they don't lose the lead. I want y'all to understand something real quick, and I'm gonna go down the line of these starters. They don't. I don't know what games you watching. I clearly need. I mean, if any, the thing is, whatever you're getting that information from, maybe it's the stat line you see or something. That doesn't equate to their wins, like uh, because they're also injured this year. And you cannot, and they're winning games when Embiid was not here. Like they really have been here. Embiid has been how many? You got to say half the season, maybe not even, maybe 40% of the season. Embiid has been here, and Maxey and Edgecombe has done their thing. But you had Grimes. Grimes has been a dog all year. He's had his, little lopsided, moment real quick, maybe a couple of 10-game stretch, but he right back. He's a dog. And then you got Barlow. When Oubre got hurt, Barlow was a starter, but who was backup? Trendon Watford, who had triple doubles. When Payne was here, I don't understand why he got cut. When Payne was here, he was God. How did you let Payne go? How you let Payne go, man? Justin Edwards, he's had a couple of big games, man. You see, listen, it's so good to see his story because Justin Edwards was the top recruit in the country by many people out of his class, and top three, no less than top three. And he didn't get drafted, and he ended up coming to Philly and showing people, okay, get a 3-year contract. And he's another guy off the bench. After Paul George sits, you got the youngin learning from Paul George. Jabari Walker, he plays 3 or 4. People think these people are not good. Jabari Walker's had double doubles. He's had 10 rebound, 10-point games. Have you seen him play? Do you know who he is? He's a guy that came out of Colorado. He was a 2-and-done guy. Talent. A guy that can pass. He can do it all. He can do a little bit of everything. He's not going to be a great. What do you want these guys? I was telling Real Mama Eagle, how good do you want these people to be? All-stars? Everybody? No. These are just talented guys. Talented. That's all you got to be. Productive, talented guys. Players. Let's go to Therese Martin. Therese Martin is the dog out of the other two-way. He can get about 30 on you. Sleep out. He'd be like Cameron Payne. He's the scorer. Dalen Terry is more just a 3-and-D guy. He can play D. He can pass the ball. He can shoot. I mean, he's a decent shooter. Like, he's the type of guy drive for the hole. He'll get 10 points on you real quick. You can definitely expect 7. How about 7 from him? This is a guy that can guard, come out, hit a shot, hit some shots. That's a bench. You can put him in there. You're not losing a step. You put Dalen Terry in there right now next to Quentin Grimes and Andre Drummond and Dominic Barlow and Justin Edwards. You could do that. You could put Tyrese Martin with VJ Edgecombe. Like, these guys can play. These guys have NBA experience. Y'all understand that? Tyrese Martin and Dalen Terry have played in NBA games and have experience having big games in NBA games. Look it up. Look, these guys, like, I watched the drafts and all that. Terry was a first-round pick. He wasn't a me, but he was in that draft. And no shout out to Dalen Terry. I'm just saying, I just thought he was a good defensive player, kind of like a Ron Artest defender. Tony Allen type player, I would say. And you got Like they really have a top to bottom. Look at Adeem Boner coming there. I heard somebody go crazy one time when Boston beat them. What's Boner doing? He just had a bad game. Boner been key all year. You got a young guy that could jump out the gym, dunk on you, rebound. Then you still got Andre Drummond. Nobody talking about the three-headed center that they got. They can let Embiid sit down, and you got a guy that can run around the court. You got a guy that can get a double-double easy off the bench. You got three headers. You got three centers. Then, like I said about the power forward position, you got Kelly Oubre. Then you got the fortunate enough great thing to come in. They're healthy. Dominique Barlow and Trendon Watford. Then if you go to the three, you can go Paul George, Justin Edwards, Jabari Walker. You got three lineups, except for the guards. The guards is more three-guard rotation because them guys need that ball. I don't know what that was. I think to me that's what they should have kept. But Tyrese Martin is a point guard there. That's the next guy. But Kyle Lowry is there. We forget so much. Kyle Lowry right there. But he ain't got to do much. Score 7 points. He can do that. He can score 7 points, get you 4 or 5 assists. Still can get you 4 or 5 assists. Get you 4 rebounds. 3, maybe 3 right now. And try like 7, 3, and 4. We don't need no more. He's smart, can play D. That's a backup point guard. But you still got a youngin in Tyrese Martin. This man can score. Okay? That's it. He can just score, man. He can score. But right now I think it's just Grimes, Edgecombe, and Grimes, Edgecombe, and Maxey. They know they can get them guys the ball. They can all pass. They can all shoot. They let them guys run the three-guard rotation. And in this playoffs, they're not really using that rotation of forwards. It's Oubre, and you'll see Barlow or Watford. They're not going to run a lot of people. It might not even be Oubre, and they might rotate a Paul George at the 4. They might really try to use these guys, put Edwards in sometimes. I mean, they really want like an 8-man, go. They're not just going to run like 10 people like they did in the season. It's going to more be like 7 to 8 people. You can see the people are getting the time. We know Grimes, Edgecombe, and Max is going to get that. They're going to get that time. They're not going to play unless somebody get hurt. Power forwards, I think Barlow and Oubre are the 2. And you still got Watford. I think they'll give him some time. He's one of those guys they'll give time to. Justin Edwards. We'll just see where that goes. We'll just see where that goes. Yeah. No, here with the, looking at, I got things up and everything. Justin Edwards, man. And Jabari Walker. They might give him some run. These guys have all had running this. They have won games. So they're not, this is different. Think about it. When we had Ilyasova, Bellinelli, we didn't have, what the big thing was? The big thing was who was going to be the center. Who was going to give Embiid rest? We didn't have that. One time we had Dwight Howard, and we didn't go nowhere then because it was guys that couldn't back up the 2. You got 3 lineups each, and then you got a dynamic 3-guard rotation. You can throw Terry and them in there if you want. Them guys got experience. These are not rookies. These are not guys that haven't had impact or haven't had productive NBA games, multiple. They know how to play. They're hard workers. Because you don't need everybody to be a star, but you do need people to be productive. And it depends on how high of a value that productive is. So listen, definitely want to say, listen, I put this up. Just want to end out with this. I'm gonna roll out. I just wanted to say this is the best all-around team you're gonna see. I don't get what people is looking at. I don't get what World Mama Eagle was talking about. I'm like, what are you not seeing? They can throw so many people at you. So many people. It's like how good all these guys can get on the basketball court and be productive. How productive, how good they are is different. But productive is what you need. Some people just can't be productive. Some people just can't be productive. And these guys are hard workers. You put Dalen Taylor out there. Dalen Terry even more on defense and as a passer. and as a rebounder is what you need because he's an all around 3 and D type of guy. He's not gonna come if he, to me in 30 minutes he'll still score 10 points a game. I think or 13 between 10 and 13 a game. He's that type of player. He's not gonna go that far. He can definitely play. Right now, what he gonna score off the bench for the Sixers? We'll just see how that goes. Are they gonna keep him going forward? He could become. I think they got plans for him and Martin. Put him on the team for next year to back up Tyrese and them, keeping that front court good. Or listen, the draft is coming up. We're gonna see how that goes. Malik Thomas out of Arkansas. I still think that's the best pick for the Sixers. So listen, we out, y'all. Glad for y'all tuning in, man. Wanted to get that off. You know, it was a debate. When I have certain debates, I come and do a show on them and let people, see what it is and what I think and where that goes. All right. So listen, big subject. So if y'all got subjects you want to talk about, you want to, slap box about, man, let's do it. Go ahead and hit my Twitter up, WriterLeader247, or you can hit Leader Johnson, one Leader Johnson up on Instagram, Facebook, Leader Johnson, and let me know subjects that you want to talk about, and I should put as a main subject on Follow Leader Sports. So I'm out, man. Follow Leader on Hardcore Network. I'm out, guy.